This game, it looks awesome. If you ever played Typing of the Dead from years ago, this game looks awesome and very cool. It's called Bloods Typers. Game looks cool as hell. We got a review key from Keymailer. Shoutouts to Keymailer hooking us up with a review key for Blood Typers. And yeah, if you like Typing of the Dead, any sort of there was a couple of other Steam games that have some kind of typing mechanism where you deal damage by typing words that are on the screen. I've never played a game like this, but I've always wanted to try one out, so now's a perfect opportunity. So we have various scenarios to choose from. Looks like you have to start from the get-go and work your way up. Twerk your way up, even. Yeah. Denny's were good and had smiley-faced cookies. That does sound very delicious. Here's the thing. I love Denny's. I love Denny's. I love Denny's. I love IHOP. I love Waffle House. I devour all that shit. Like a smelly little gremlin. I love that shit. But at the same time, I understand that, you know, some people do have preferences. And not every Denny's, not every IHOP, not every experience is created equally. Without slinging mud, I'll just say I did have a very, very unfortunate food poisoning experience like 15 years ago at a undisclosed diner chain establishment, which made it hard for me to enjoy that particular establishment for a long time. But I, over the last couple years, came around, and now everything's Gucci in the coochie. I understand that, yeah, not everybody has positive feels about all these places, but I love them all. Love them all. It's an abandoned movie making campus. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm down. I'm very curious. A new kind of horror experience. Let's see what this has awaiting us, my friends. So not 24 hours though. Okay. That is unfortunate. Yeah. Was that after the pandemic? As I can think of a couple of other places that used to be 24/7, but after the pandemic, they had shortened that up a little bit. We will give you a Sheets experience. I've heard it's amazing. I know Arctic loves Sheets as well. The last 3 times you got to... Oh, I don't know what Fins is, Meerkat, but I will say 3 in a row. 3 in a row rounds of food poisoning is pretty rough. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. 3 in a row is fucking terrible. Horrible, even. Interesting how they list the blood type. That's a very curious detail. They also list their occupation. The gaffer, there's wardrobe, set builder. So these are all movie making roles. Catering, dolly grip, storyboard artist. What's the movie making role that I love so much? Best boy grip. Best boy grip, I think, is an actual honest to goodness role, like film making role that will appear in the credits for a movie, in movies. But then the pandemic shortened them up. Yeah, there's a number of grocery store chains around here that did the same thing, where they used to be 24/7, but during the pandemic they had to shorten to like, you know, more normal hours. Still like 6 a.m. to like 9, you know, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. that is. So, you know, still pretty generous hours, but yeah, no more midnight runs to Schnucks or Dierbergs around here, unfortunately. Yeah, 3 a.m. Walmart, it just hit different. That's right. Seafood tacos, which sounds great, but seafood though unfortunately seafood can do that to a motherfucker, unfortunately. So as far as the bounce people go, looks like it's Doug or Ren, and they have perks, which is kind of fun. Built in dismantles barricades, double health. Oh well, their barricades are very strong. Barricades have double health. More inventory. Flashlight slows enemy movement. That sounds pretty useful, honestly. Reloads firearms. I have an old streamer friend named Vivi. She doesn't really stream anymore, but seeing that makes me think of Vivi, so that's very fun. Automatically dodges 1 attack every 30 seconds. That's pretty cool. Eats, makes, and shares food items more quickly, which is nice. Only tap a word, then charge to shove groups. That sounds useful. This is nearby monsters. Let's go with Doug just because he's the default selection, and also his perk does sound pretty nifty. So let's go with that. It's already set for me. Private, I suppose, but apparently there's a multiplayer aspect to this game. That's pretty cool. So, difficulty. That's good. We're set there. Scenario, we're set there. Saved checkpoints can be loaded. Guess we're all set. So we could re-roll, I guess, if we wanted to. Or I guess re-randomize, basically. Not gonna mess with that for now, but I guess The counter makes me... Oh, I guess it's if you were playing exclusively mouse and keyboard. I see, yeah. D, yeah. I see, yeah. Press D to go with the difficulty, S for the scenario. It's not a counter, that's if you wanted to randomly select. Yeah. I see, that's kind of cool. So it gives you mouse controls and also keyboard controls, if you were so inclined. Yeah, Best Boy Grip is a real role. It sounds memes. It sounds like memes, but it is honest to goodness for real. It is for real. Mouth Wrangler and Stylist. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's ridiculous, but it does make sense. Yeah, Fins. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. But yeah, it might be more in your neck of the woods specifically. So no joint. We don't. I mean, it's a private match anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. We'll do single player. I'm guessing the co-op aspect probably would make this game easier. So you know, if there was anybody that happened to own this game that wanted to play in multiplayer, I wouldn't like say no way, Jose. I wouldn't say like never, but we'll probably want to start out at least doing solo for a little bit. Vincent Fessler. He dug our flex wanted to meet the crew. Interesting. And in ghost mode. By the way, we saw the name of the developer in the intro credits, so it's to Outer Brain Studios. This is a self-published game, by the way. A true indie project. Type this to move. Okay. I moved. Do I type this to move again? Or do I say rotate camera? Oh, I see. Shift. Ah, okay. Dry. This is pretty cool. Like, yes, there's no option to go that way. No option to go that way. My health is excellent. Man, nah. Man, nah. You think back here? I was thinking, like, can I go to the back of the back of the van? You think about in the back of the van I can snag? All right, let's go back to nah, and then man, and then dry. Anyway, we're moseying this way. We ended. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. There's only two locations. Gotcha. Well, or I'm sorry, not Will. Meerkat, you're doing a great job of giving us a glowing recommendation of this place, a glowing endorsement. Yeah, man, the last 3 times I've been there, I've gotten food poisoning. It's like, oh man, I think I would rather not if I were me, and I think I am me. By the way, what happens if I typo? Stewed oi. Stud. Penis. Pee poo poo. Piss yeah, all right. So if you typo, you just back up and try again. I'm guessing if you're like in mid combat, then you get punished, most likely. Oh, by the way, I need to change one thing. It just occurred to me. I gotta change one thing. Now we're good. Bloop and bloop. Some more Jackbox. We haven't done Jackbox in a while. We did the survey scramble. Unsafe to occupy. I like the feeling of that, or the sounds of that rather. We did the survey scramble about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, and I enjoyed it. Then we did a little bit of standard Jackbox games after that, but not. We didn't do a whole lot. And again, that was probably about 2 months ago. So I wouldn't disagree. Some more Jackbox and community games would not be a bad idea. It would be kind of funsies. Yeah, Jackbox is funsies. That's the guy, Fester. That's who we're looking for. So we have combat. Tab for combat. Ah, interesting. So it's like a combat mode with a badass, like lead pipe. Good shit. Yeah, good shit. Before I got married, yeah, that was my quote unquote bachelor party stream, which was a fun time. And we did one after I moved in. We did one Jackbox game session after I moved in. Like a year and a half or so ago, I think. And then we did the one a few months ago, like a month or 2 ago. But it's still been a while. And again, that was kind of a truncated one. So a proper multiplayer Jackbox kind of session would be kind of fun. Complete. Whoops. Oh, compete rather. And breath. And focus. Get that shit. Yeah, there we go. So good to know the combat is gonna think like it's a thing you can toggle, which is kind of cool. You can you can shift around when you're in combat mode, but you can't move when you're in combat mode. You can't like walk forward in combat mode. Interesting way of doing it, but I like it. But I do like it. Yeah, good for Outer Brain. Yeah, no, it's self-published, which is really cool. Self-published game, and I don't think this game is in early access. I think this has reached its full release status. But I do know the game is getting patched on a pretty regular basis. Oops. I know it's getting patched on a pretty regular basis because I'll see the little pop-ups all the damn time on Steam saying like, click here for the patch notes. Usually just like small little bug fixes, but the devs are continuing to keep up with it, which is nice to see. Over there. Avenue over yonder, which did catch my eye, but I'm kind of curious about this one. Oh, never mind. The path is blocked, I see. Path is blocked. Back to this one. Yeah, I was gonna say this looks encouraging. So we can knock that one down. Actually, for that matter, hold on. Let's go back to here. Can I break this down? Whoops. Can I break it? I cannot break it. Okay. Because and also I appreciate that detail. If you type and then bring out in the combat mode, they'll like complete their movement to the location in combat mode. So you technically can move and be in combat mode. You just can't initiate a move and be in combat mode. Look at that. Testes, by the way. Testes. No, it's just an alternate version of tests. I think it's testes. So we got to keep an eye on what's the funniest word we're going to type all night tonight. We got to keep our eyes peeled for a fun opportunity. An odd opportunity, I guess. Can I break it down? Now let's just open the door like a normal person. Corpus Studios. Also, we have abbreviations as things we type. BTW. There's a shiny over there. Got the shinies. Welcome back, Jesse. What's up, Grim? Jesse returning and Grim popping in. Good to see you, bud. It's looking good. Thank you, Grim. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, is it a new spot? It's temporarily a new spot. If you look behind me just to quickly demonstrate that little space where there's like a little vertical kind of brighter area with a little horizontal piece going across there. That's where my desk usually is. So the long and short is that my wife and I are having some work done in the kitchen, which is just above where my desk usually goes, as well as some work done in the upstairs bathroom. And both things are nearly done, and there's some electrical work, some things being rewired basically, and the fuse box is kind of catty-cornered to where my desk usually goes. And the electrician folks were having to do some stuff on Thursday. And it was originally advertised as taking 1 day. It was going to take 1 day for them to wrap up whatever they needed to wrap up with rewiring some things. End of day Thursday comes around. They say, all right, well, turns out there's a couple things we don't have. A couple things were a bit more complicated than we thought. Nothing huge, but we'll need to come back Friday. They come back Friday, and then they get called away by some other priority job, and whatever they're doing is still not done. So that area has to remain cleared, so they can work in front of it. So my desk has to remain away from there for some amount of time. They think they'll be able to come back Tuesday, but they probably won't complete the work on Tuesday. They might not be able to complete it till Thursday, maybe. And even then, it'll need to be inspected by a third party once it's all said and done. And again, the desk that space has to remain clear until that happens. The inspection could take days, maybe even weeks. So it's unclear how long I'm going to be in this other little space. I'm still in the basement, obviously, still in the same area, but in a slightly different location. To be honest, I don't hate this location. The lighting, I don't think, is as good. I don't have any lights directly above. Maybe that's a good thing, because when the light is directly above my head, it causes like a thing where my brow, there's the light above, so there's like a shadow that gets cast under my brow, which means my eyes are darkened, which is a little bit weird. Gives me like a raccoon eyes kind of thing. So I don't know if the lighting thing is better or worse, but it is different. Also, there's fewer outlets around here, and I don't have I have like a little mini desk kind of like side desk at the other location, which I don't have space for here. So I got a wall right here, obviously. I have this nice painting, which is cool. It's a framed print that was a gift from my mom to my dad from years ago. My dad's still around, by the way, but he just wanted me to have it because he didn't really have space for it in his new place. We got it down here, and very briefly, if I switch back to this webcam mode, you can see over here. You can see over here the little piece, the little corner of the calendar that Gracie made me for Christmas, which is nice. She made me a handmade calendar for Christmas, which is delightful. So anyway, so it's not a bad spot, but it's inconvenient in some ways. But it is pretty cool though. It is pretty cool, and it gets the job done. It's something different. Nice to mix it up a little bit. What does POCUS mean? It is the ladder of the hocus, obviously. Did my person swing harder when I typed SC? I sure hope so. I sure hope so, man. One can only hope. Nom. Whoops. NOM. There we go. So what we have here? Kwa. Is that a real thing? Is that a real word? Receptionist note. Paperwork fax to the city. I'm not sure. Like, looking at how derelict this place is, I'm not sure if we have a working fax machine right now. There's this groaning sound, though, coming from down the hall. Sounds a little bit ominous. I'll pick up the red tape in a moment. Let's explore around here before we commit to anything crazy. A little bit scared that once you start picking stuff up, shit's gonna get weird. Grab planks, because you never know. God. Or, yeah, grab planks. More where that came from, please. The only honest estimate from a competent tradesman is as long as it takes. Yeah, which is basically how it goes. And you know, it's funny because Gracie loves to cook. She's very good at cooking. It's her one of her comfort things to do. It's part of her love language. She loves to cook stuff for herself, of course, but also for stuff for other people. And it's been hard for her not having we've basically been with almost entirely without a functioning kitchen for the past 4 months. We basically, once the beginning of the year hit, is when this project began. I'm gonna grab the bread. I don't need to eat it right now. I'm gonna grab it. But yeah, it's been rough for her, and there's been a number of occasions where she's been like, "Man, should I talk to so and so and ask how long it'll take? You know, like ask like, is there any sort of estimate or a way for things to like." And every time I would to tell her, it won't make a difference. You know, us asking for a time estimate won't make a difference, and we definitely don't want to rush them because you want it to be done right. That way, there's no rework in the future. You want it to be done right. You want it to be done properly. You start rushing people, that's when things get a little bit out of hand, and it's like this. They're doing their best. That's all we can ask, and they've done a very good job. This is the same folks that redid our basement down here. They did a great job down here as well. So they're trustworthy. We know their work is their work speaks for themselves. But yeah, it's been frustrating for her. But the fact that we have some of the kitchen usable now is nice. Like we have some of the kitchen now. It's like, all right, we're starting to get there, starting to get to the point where things are working and things are appearing accordingly. Or not even appearing, but are usable now. Still no dishwasher. Still, there's a lot of cosmetic stuff that is not ready just yet. It's not done, rather. That'll open that door. Let's see what's down this way. I see a scary looking door with a bar across it like we saw earlier. I'm guessing I can walk up to it, but yeah, I can't use it right now. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and grab that tape and see what happens. Let's kick this thing off and see what awaits. Did she make her birthday several times larger than the other days? She did not, but she did mark her birthday and she did mark my birthday. They both got like equal billing as far as like fun little spots on the calendar. Although I like that idea, Grim, where it's like Gracie's birthday, and then like every other month is like, it's just okay. Who cares? I'm gonna pop upstairs real quick, see if there's anything up there that just sounds tantalizing. Too tantalizing to ignore. Oops. Let's go to error. To err is to be human. Lax. When the lax hits, alright, yep. When the lax hits. There's another shiny. So my inventory is quickly filling up. In fact, it is fully filled up. So I'm to the point where I really can't pick up anything else until I start using things. Let's head back down, grab that red tape, and throw caution to the ass. And the wind also. So... oh, no, it's swap red tape. I swapped the tape. Oh, it's like a... I see. So I can't use this as a melee weapon because I don't have a melee weapon. But it is something. Can I use it? Cannot use it right now. Yeah. So I don't have a weapon right now. That's a raid from Shake, my man. What's up, dude? Good to see you, Shake. Hope all is well with you, bud. The groaning sound is why the door has testes as a word. Well, I mean, groaning testicles will do that to a motherfucker. That sounds accurate. Right, so now that we have the tape, I know it doesn't like do anything in particular exciting off the get-go. Let's go back to the pipe for a minute. If nothing else, so I have a melee weapon because I want to break some shit. And you can't break stuff as well with your bare hands, unfortunately. Like this. Can I break this thing? I cannot break this thing, unfortunately. But there was this thing over here. Let's go and... whoops. Don't break this thing over here. Can Gracie teach me how to cook? She is very good at cooking, and she's also like pretty good at informing like how to cook. Like there's been a number of things where like we're cooking something together, and she is like she's advising. She's like helping to like she's kind of like I'm like watching her as she's doing something like chopping something in particular or peeling something or some part of the preparation where I'm watching her and she's kind of advising on how to do a thing. She is quite good at that. So in all fairness, she does a good job. Also, I just saw there was swap planks. I wonder, can I say... oops. Can I select this one? Yeah, so I can't switch this. I could swap... ooh, you know what? Let's do that. So here, let's go back to this way. I'm gonna switch out something else in the inventory so I can grab that tape. I thought that it had to switch with your main weapon, like your main inventory item, but maybe it doesn't. So let's go back and see. Let's go back and see. I can grab the tape and switch something else out that is not the main dealio here. So if I switch this one, for instance, and I say swap red tape, good. So that does not occupy like the main slot necessarily. Shake, thank you for that raid, by the way, my man. Sorry for this. Had a bit of a kind of a last minute schedule switch around earlier. I know we were talking about possibly getting some games together earlier today, but it's not. Basically, sounded like everybody was kind of their availability fell a little bit apart. It sounds like Krath had some computer issues, and Alias was away with some family stuff. And I originally my hope was that I was going to be available today, but even though we did our family stuff yesterday, we ended up kind of getting bogged down with doing a lot of cooking today, which was very nice. I was regaling folks earlier with stories about the kitchen remodel we're having done right now. And now that our kitchen is... it's not... I wouldn't say our kitchen is partly done necessarily, but there's like a few pieces that are usable now. Like we can use our oven now. We can use the stovetop. Still can't use the dishwasher. Still can't use the sink. So there's a lot of things that are still not usable. But Gracie was very excited to cook some stuff earlier. Basically the first time in like 4 months she's been able to cook anything. It's been a weird couple months for her, and I can tell she's it's been frustrating at times, but she was really excited once certain parts of the kitchen were usable again. So I was at one point I was like, well, I could hop off and be like, oh, I'm gonna go do the games with the boys, but I was like, I knew I was gonna make her, that would have made her sad. She was really happy to be hanging out and doing a bunch of cooking, so I was like, we'll just stick with it. So it was a good time. By the way, Shake, thank you for that raid, and as always, if you had any clips you wanted to share, you can be my guest. You or any of your lovely viewers could post if there was anything fun you wanted to share with us. Always love to see what you've been up to, and thankfully, I do really think next weekend should be open for me, which is good. I'm hoping that barring any others, I started to type what I was saying, or started to say what I was typing. Barring any other last minute surprises, I don't think there'd be anything that'll get in the way of potentially some games next week if things work well. But this is Blood's Typers. This is a sort of Typing of the Dead like. but also apparently it's multiplayer. Apparently this game is multiplayer. I had no idea. And there's a survival horror aspect of it, which is kind of cool. So it also has some Resident Evil kind of things going on here, which is nice. And that was General. Thank you for that Prime Gaming sub. It's super nice. Thank you for that resub. Very generous. Very generous, General. Thank you, my friend. Playing a cool little game. I don't know if you've heard of it. This is Blood Typers, and we have a... let's see. We got this thing right here on the 6... okay, I guess I won't type it there, but yeah, down here you can see we have a specific little cool VHS tape. I'm not sure what it does. I guess we'll find out. But to power on this computer, we don't just have the usual kind of thing where you're pressing the E button or holding the use button or even filling out a puzzle sequence. You are typing stuff. You're typing words out to fill in commands, to attack, to walk around. It's pretty delightful. It's pretty delightful. Irrevocably transfer your blood, sweat, and semen to the studio in perpetuity across all dimensions. Reserves our rights to modify, adapt, blah, 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 blah. So turning on this computer was a questionable choice, but I done did it. Sign the contract. What possibly bad things could happen? I got an achievement. Am I just dead? Did I just get got? I might just be dead. Nope, but I'm in hell. Can I fight? Can I fight the wall? I cannot fight the wall. So you can toggle back and forth between combat mode, but you cannot move when you're in combat mode. So now I've got words in front. If I type those out, I will move towards the words. So survival horror with tank controls, but also type controls, and also gun. I will keep melee weapon, but I'll switch out bread. No, I'll switch out one plank for gun. With 6 bullets. Will I regret that? Possibly. Will I sign the contract? Also possibly. Well, will I regret signing the contract? Also possibly. In the meantime, though, we got the ick factor. I wonder if I just had gun and no melee weapon, would I have to shoot the walls open? So 2 hits to break the wall. Whoops. So there we go. There we go. Off and degoo. I'm not sure if some of these are actual words. Yo, ho? Yo, that's for show. That's for show. Gracie and I went to the hardware store last week, and Gracie was looking to do some work in her garden in the backyard, and she was looking for something to kind of help dig a couple of spots to plant some stuff. And we were legitimately gonna buy a hoe. We were gonna buy a hoe legitimately, but then she found a smaller one that was more compact and easier to work with, just less unwieldy, rather. And so we decided to buy that one, and we both agreed it's much more appropriate as a side weapon, a side like equipment item. So we literally bought a side hoe. Literally got that side hoe on lock. Strange note, by the way. So I don't have to pick it up necessarily. Do I type it out? No. Strange note. No, I don't have to type it out. Just a little bit of lore. Work can begin in earnest is what they're saying. Very good. Have a good night, Whale. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Appreciate you popping in. Thank you again for that resub, by the way. Whale did his with the 69 resub. 69-month resub on 420 of all days. That's the stuff of legends right there, man. Nominal. Whoops. Pap. Fury. And oddly an absolute legend, for sure. There's a bad guy, by the way. Charge and enter your target. I will charge. Rod. Note. Hogs. I'm cranking him. I'm cranking my hogs. Fucking splattered his ass. Does he stay dead? Probably. There's a film reel. I don't know what all this, like... What these presumed... what's the word? I'm not sure what, like these presumed utility items will come into play, but I'm assuming they will have some kind of like story impact or some kind of like impact for the actual quest. It's hard to say. We haven't been injured yet. We haven't had any need for barricades yet. F1. Instructions and tips. You have to do right for the camera. Fight enemies, map. Oh, there's a map. Good to know. Good to know there is a map. Good to know. Thank you again to Lunatic Chef for that cheer, and to Dinral for that resub. Very nice of you both. Super, super cool, you guys. Shake hit us at that raid earlier, which was nice too. What a cool bunch of peeps. I'm a lucky hobbit. All these nice folks who are so generous, popping in and hanging out and supporting the channel, being a bunch of cool folks, a bunch of cool peeps. Appreciate you guys. A little bit of music. Zex. I'm not sure that's a real word, but there is the character Zex, Z-E-C-H-S, and Gundam Wing, Zex Marquise. Get Coup. Go this way. Is that a bad guy in the corner? That's a bad guy right there. Enter. Oh, enter. Them. Puma. I took a little bit of damage. I got decent damage. Sure if there's a thing that gives me like an HP bar. So I do have some bread on me. Grab bullets. Swap. Oh, so it's a maximum of 12. Maximum of 12 bullets. Good to know. If I see bad guys from afar, it might be worth my while shooting them. Especially like the small fellas, the small flighty boys. Thought there was a corpse in the corner there, doubled over. That's just a big old video camera. If there were bad guys chasing me, I guess the barricades or something. But that was Ohio. Nope, it's just Oho. That's how a Frenchman pronounces an Anglophone. You wanting the mademoiselle? Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah. Zex mademoiselle. Yes, nailed it. Yes. That's what we're getting at. K brings you to the key, the blue key. How's about this? I will eat bread, which brings me up to excellent health. I'm guessing meat heals for more, probably. Meat probably heals for more. What this? Can I break? Something has to dispel this evil magic, most likely. But whatever it is, I don't have it. Unless it's like one of these things. Is it 4, 5, 6? No, nothing pops off. Pops out, rather. Now, we do have a film reel. So if I say 5, and then I say insert, reel. Type this to save. So that's a save point. Interesting. That's the save point. And the film reel spews blood everywhere. The camera, I guess, is not haunted. It is no longer haunted, I guess. I mean, if my camera is spewing blood everywhere, I usually consider that a negative thing. Take that back to the camera store for servicing, if I can help it. Or the shortcut door. Oh, no, the shortcut door is open. I don't know if it shuts behind me, though, so I'm not going to go through here just yet. There was that other door. There was the door after the dump. After the dumpy. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there wasn't. I thought there was something else I could explore here. You know, it's the green. Is this the literal green room? I thought there was something else back here. There was. Yeah, there was another path. See what's in here. Can I go for his ass? I'm gonna go for his ass. Forks. Bus. Mags. This Mags be bussin'. Itchy. Geet. Not Giat, Geet. And then Buddha, get his ass. No damage taken. The walls have been fully splattered. Good shit. I'm not sure why the tentacle the tentacle bed is covered in blood and dead bodies. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the tentacle blood and dead bodies. I will grab bullet. I got lots of bullets. Anything else? Yeah. There's the meats. I guess I'll grab those instead of the planks. Meats and health regeneration probably sounds more beneficial than blocking out doors for the time being, at least. That sounds good. Alright, so sure enough, now we will go back this way. Go ahead and grab those bullets, those extra ones. 10, very good. Now we're all set. Like how confidently our guy strides forward. He's got the Chad walk down packed rather. Buffo? I'm a fan of Bofa, maybe not Buffo. Youth. Dozy. Mare. Or Mir, rather. Golem. Wags. Kiss. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Slapping them all across the board there. Grab. Bullet. Please, thank you very much. Got 18 of them. Nice. Tape. It says safe. Safe. Okay, maybe it's a safe zone? Maybe there's like still things I need to kill here. Oh, or maybe, hold on. What if I just type out? Okay, typing it out does nothing. Vinny's note. Skip the facts. A rough cut is coming together. Prepare tape. We're working on some kind of film in this strange little place. Dad. Mixie. Can't do it. Can't do it. Ilk. Like the ghost chair. If I power this on, shit's gonna get weird, so let's consider a moment our situation before I overcommit. Alright, overcommit. So what else is over this way? This looks like the atrium area. The Manster. Inner. Hang. Digoo. A little bit scary down there. A tad bit scary. So yeah, we recognize this area. There's more Mansters. I don't know if I necessarily need to take on every fight ever. Let's go ahead and activate that next computer and see what happens. It's in the Buffo room. Everybody gangster till the Buffo room pops off. Power on. Hold on, what's that say? Oh, there's gonna be some kind of walking around challenge. Anything as day. Filming his... Whoops. Okay, like how our guy starts to glow after so many correct inputs in a row. And interesting, I didn't even notice this earlier, but look, there's a little thing counting up. Maybe counting down. If you're too slow, something bad happens, probably. Some kind of punishment. So yeah, now we have, I guess, a puzzle sequence. Some kind of puzzle sequence. Oh. I can move stuff. Oh, this is a safe. Okay, this is... Yeah, safe mode. So if I wanted to store stuff for future reference. Or for future runs, maybe. So yeah, do I want to store like any key items, like a literal key or the red tape? Oh, maybe it just gives us information. Unknown origin. The mechanism is visible. Turn off safe mode. Uh-oh. I don't know if that was good. It throbs. Little souls crammed in a box. Potent symbol. Don't turn it on yourself yet. Meat riddled with lumps of gristle. Stop laying pipe. Ha ha ha. Laying pipe. I see what they did there. Right, so if I say turn off safe mode and then stand up again. Did that do anything different? I see it reconstituted the door. Oh, these doors are open now. So safe mode, I guess, makes some things nice, but other things not so nice. Now, I don't know if you can actually store stuff here. I mean, maybe you could. I'm not sure if there's like a whole lot of benefit to doing so for right now, but unless you can like store stuff and then come back in future runs if there was like extra food, extra weapons you didn't need. For now, I'll stick with what I have. But that was kind of cool. So now, let's go to this door, for instance. I'll Also, lone. Liars. Were. Oh, where. Nayed. Nice. I took a bit of a damage there. A bit of a hit there. Work in progress. And then you got Uck. I could eat the meats. I think I might. You know what? Yeah, let's go and eat the meats. I took a bit of a hit there. Eat. And grab red tape. I got 2 tapes now. For better or for worse, I have 2 tapes. Not sure what to make of it, but I have them. This room is nice and fucky wucky and scary. For whatever reason, we have the tape. Not sure what to do with them, but I've got them. Looking for any... Oh, hello. Blam! Whoa, Black Betty. Blam, blam. Blam, bark. The bad guys will pop in. I guess that's where it pays, at least sometimes, to barricade some doors. Prevent bad guys from jumping out at you, from popping off suddenly. This would be a really, really interesting game to play in multiplayer mode. I would really be curious to check this out in multiplayer. Single player is still fun, for sure. But I bet this would be especially silly and weird and chaotic in multiplayer. The only person I know that has this game is Arctic. I wonder if I could twist his arm, twist his penis into playing with us at some time. I think that'd be really fun. I know he's been busy. He's been doing a lot of traveling lately. Of course, he just started a new job. I think he's moving pretty soon as well. Actually, he probably has already moved by now. I feel like I heard about the move months ago. I think it's probably already happened by now. So he's a busy lad, but maybe I could wrangle him at some point. There's a bad guy. The Judgy Moan Oils. Judgy Moan Oils. Delicious. Hit his ass. I'm sure the door is locked behind it. Itself, of course. Let's see how that kind of thing goes. Og and Yug and Sin. The door over here, I think it was this one. Yeah, defoggers. So specific. One was off. Oh, it's an elevator. Okay, you know that shit's gonna like cause things to get weird. That's gonna be a big. Gonna be a gob of a situation. All right, Meng. Get it. Bonk. Stage. Hoot. Ants. Yeah, that elevator is gonna be a significant progression moment, no question. So I'll hold off on that for just a moment. I can explore around now that we're in combat mode. Mhos. Oh, come up. Bonk. Really haven't had need for the ranged weapons yet, but I know it's coming. Another ranged weapon stuff is coming. Oh, look at this. Lit. Try. 91% in the top right. I'm not sure what... I just noticed the 91% in the top right. Maybe as you kill things, bad stuff... Oh, no. It means we're taking too long. I think that's what that means. So when that gets to full, I don't know what happens, but something probably really bad happens. So maybe I should just take the elevator and get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna do one quick thing. There was anything more down this way? There was this one. This one door that was off limits earlier. Is it on limits? It is. The thing that I need from here. Hot. Whole bunch of stuff over this way. Ammo. Kebab. And Dre. And both. Kappa. Like, of the cabbage variety, of course. Eek. Is that a real word? Grab bullet. Okay, we got it. We got it. Uh-oh. Oh, I took too long, so I don't know what that means. I think it spawned more bad guys, basically. Lard Jazz. Helix Lard Jazz. That's one of my favorite lesser-known jazz categories. One of my favorite lesser-known jazz genres. Inker. But I hardly even know her. Oh, something was hitting us with, whoops. Oh, shit. Oh, Vibs! Oh, he's behind me. Oh, fuck, I'm getting fucked up. I think we gotta leave is what we gotta do. Oh, I got fucking murdered. So when that happens, I think it's just infinite spawns. I think it's infinite spawns. Let's rewind. I got that save point earlier. All right, so we got to prioritize. When that meter gets up there, we got to get the fuck out of Dodge. When the scary meter starts popping off, I got to get the heck out of here. It's at 47% right now. When that happens, just get the heck out. The heck out of Dodge. All right, good to know. I think we had that save earlier because that was a little bit spooky dooky. This is how we got here, isn't it? This is how I got it, because that leads back to the atrium. We determined there's nothing new for us there. I don't think. We got to go through the buffo room. Yeah, this room is important. Nadir, that's the... I think nadir, that's like the opposite of the pinnacle. That's like the nadir of a situation is like the absolute bottom of the situation. Like the nadir of that previous attempt was when I got fucking murdered to death by an infinite, a seemingly infinite number of bad guys. So let's just go right towards this thing. Okay, we saw the note. Power on. Oops. Womb guts of our story. Can we talk more about, what was it? That jazz category, that weird jazz subcategory, subgenre that I was excited about? Right, yeah. The other things I don't think I care about as much, but I like how it also re-enables the ability to pick up the planks and other stuff on the wall here, if we were so inclined. Unsex. Good luck, have fun. Veto. Tries. Ulls. Fraught. I will grab... Actually, yeah, 2. Swap. Red tape. Got it. Anything else here? I'm trying to prioritize going a little bit faster. I don't know if getting to the elevator is enough. Tape. Oh, whoops. Gosh and Gobi. I don't think there was really anything in here. Yeah, there was meat, so we didn't take any damage. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. So out the buffo door. I am gonna try to... Alright, I guess I'll fight you real quick. Wei Chow. Everybody Wei Chow tonight. I am gonna try to get through that little area that we saw earlier. Piles. Whale Daup. Just making shit up at this point. Yeah, we saw the elevator. And the hurt room. Not the hurt locker, but the hurt room. There was definitely more stuff out here to explore. The ego room. The Fumi ego room. Go this way first. We went I think we went the other way earlier. Intro. Avid. Flat. Is a pretty good amount of bullets. We haven't had to use them yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. You mad? No, you did. Let's go into the cool room. I like the cool room. Ouch. Ouch. Oh boy. Whole bunch of these guys. They're eager, all right. Let's go to... So this was the room where I got. I'm just gonna do a quick eat. I did get a little bit injured. Yes, if I eat enough meat, it cures all of my ailments in real life. Great movie is kind of like a demonic ritual. Demands a sacrifice, right? The greater the opus, the greater the offering required. We have a couple interesting things. A shotgun. That does sound pretty dope. I will grab that instead of the bullets. Sounds pretty sick. And then I will also... Okay, it has 1 bullet. Okay, never mind. I'm full of shit. I will just go here so I can get this thing. Something did break through somewhere. Dort! Hit his ass. Fuck him up, Dort. Things sound scary. Oh, I'm going through the limp door. Limp. I'm gonna limp through the limp door. Oh, dear sweet God. What the fuck is this? Kingdom. Bombs. Kingdom again. Winter. Aging and Angings. Flies. Bunt. Oh boy. Let's get the fuck out of here. Ado. Much ado about nothing. End. Woos. This place is huge. Oh my God. And we haven't even reached the scary level. Scary amount of things. 5. I need 5 of something. Gun. Egret. Sean. Mike. So it's the same amount of damage. Shit, what am I doing? Yeah, it's the same amount of damage. Oh, but the monster levels are going down, which is kind of cool. So we're out of gun. Alright, so we survived the monster surge. The monster level has gone down. I didn't think it had maxed out. Maybe it didn't. I just wasn't paying attention. Entirely possible. Let's deposit. Oh, hold on. Can't do that yet. I guess that's when that's why you have to barricade the doors, because the monster surge might cause that to happen. Let's insert some red tapes. I guess this is what we're looking for. We're trying to grab the red tapes as a completion mechanism. Excuse me? Ivied. Or where that came from. I don't have any gun. Here, can I just do this real quick? And we say 5, insert red tape. Mouse. Zinc. Lows. Yeah, if I could find some meat or some other kind of healing, I would gladly take it. No obvious entry. There's a save point, by the way. I will grab that for future reference. If I could find an opportunity for some meat or some kind of healing, I would love it. Would love some heals. If I find myself getting lost, we do have access to map, if nothing else. There's some meats. The guy is severely injured. Quick eat. Also, I have room in my inventory, which is nice. This is the Unk room. The Unk room is empty. Or the cans room, rather. Gotta remember to come back here again. Actually, I'm kind of... What's over here in the oint room? Some monsters. Bobby! Get his ass. Fuck him up. Fuck you, Bobby. Capo. Oh, I do remember talking about the cool room. Yeah, we saw this earlier. I kind of got my booty hole slapped around pretty good here. There's the shotgun. Extra bullets. I probably should go and grab those bullets again. I'm going to do a quick eat. The bread. I don't think there's any sort of way to combine things. Combine the meat and the bread together. My gun could definitely use more of the juice for sure. I got all that now. What's in the dirt room? Some delicious dirt. Computer. Evil. Nothing else there. Did I already read this one? Yeah, never came back, he says. The wheeled VHS system, yes. But I just, oh boy. But I just focus on the movies, though. Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. Power on. What's this thing do? Safe. They had a low budget. Whoops. Alright, we got it. Turn on safe mode? Do you want to? Is that like a good thing? Not sure if that like disables things. We might have to re-enable that at some point. I'm not sure like what that truly did in the grand scheme of things. Some more meats. I will just do a quick eat. Anything else? That seems pretty okay. Let's go into that main area. which I think was the limp. I think the limp was the main area. Yes. We fought the real big guy. There was that one real big dude. Kicked his big booty. Happy. Mano Zine maybe? Another kind of gun on the table there. Another red tape. SMG. That is pretty cool. I think I'll stick with what I have right now, though. Thing would burn through ammo real quick. Red tape. We definitely want one of those. Let's drop this thing. It's number 3. We have 2 after this, but I gotta deposit it first, obviously. Before I celebrate prematurely. There's some shells for the shotgun. It says point. Oops, crap, wrong button. Okay, so that's like to emote, I guess. That's kind of cool. Dibbles. Dibbles again. Big guy. But also dead. Still just as dead as earlier. If not more so. If not more dead. Like I was like, it kind of almost covered the entire door frame there. Arch. Is there another one? Oh, there is. There is. Bulls. Bulls earn SWAT. Good for them. Good for those bulls. Earning some stuff for themselves. They deserve it. Here's heavy rounds. Ooh, for like heavy weapons, presumably. For the like maybe they do double damage. I'm sure the shotgun's probably the same. Probably does really good damage. Oh, another guy. Okay. Go to nah. Oops. I appreciate the small words. We're just moseying around right now. And really, the combat words are not too bad either, for that matter. It's a real maze of sorts. Yeah, we dropped that earlier. Knit. Heavy ammo, I think. What is that, actually? Is that heavy ammo? Oh, that's shotgun shells, okay. Not a lot of ammo for those shotgun shells. It's probably like a guaranteed kill, more or less. Or maybe it's like 3 hits. So in some ways, it's maybe a little bit less efficient. Have I been in the Woo's door? I think I've... Actually, you know, yeah, while I'm here, let's go and deposit this other tape. In the pho TV. About halfway through our next monster surge. Of course, I do have the map. And I guess that indicates we've I think we've been just about everywhere. And can I zoom in? Because, yeah, we can't go back... Well, actually, maybe we could. Maybe we could go back to the courtyard. It's a little bit unclear. Yeah. The office. Have I been? Surely I've been in the office. There's clearly some other areas I'm sure I missed, though. I'll go back out this way. Was there anything else out here? 22. I wonder if that's just the score for how many bad guys I killed. Yeah, there might be another doorway dead ahead. Okay, never mind. I saw that little icon. Okay, so maybe not. Let's go back. Okay, there was one door we didn't check back this way. I saw the question mark. Go out this way. Yeah, so if I take a right. Go out the jagged door. We still have the elevator, if nothing else. Oh my. Fry barricade? What bad things could possibly happen here? Disc. I fight? Bud. I wonder if it's a safe mode kind of thing. Like, oh god. This is spawning things. I don't like that at all. Like, alright, you know what? I do have barricades. It's not much. It's not much. So I realized I shouldn't have pried the barricade. Then that kind of, it just removed it off of that thing. Now I know. So now that's what's in there. So that answers that question. So there's a couple more doors to try. And there, again, the elevator is probably the big one, if I had to guess. But the dirt door. I turn off safe mode again. I'm going to see if I can get a by without it. Oh, wait. How do I get out of here? Maybe that's my answer. Maybe you can't until you reactivate danger mode. Oh, I'm a big dumbass. This is a dead end. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. This is a dead end. I gotta go out. Limp door. No. No, I do not. I go out. Wait. Did I get here? Looking right at it. Yeah, it's I think I have to. Oh, it's the, there it is. It's the cool door. The cool could forget about the cool door. Do it. Light and cool room. Bonk bonk bonk. There we go. That's the key. That's the key. So there's explored that all the way through. Okay. Back down this hallway then. Monster level is creeping up ever so delicately. I will get the bullets. Violets. And I realize now that, yeah, the microphone interaction, that's specifically for multiplayer. That makes all the sense in the world. That makes a lot more sense. Look at the map. Right. Gall. The gall of this lad. The absolute gall. Into the Venny room. I will do a save. That's a excellent, excellent idea. I'd like to think I'm doing this doing a pretty good job here. Hopefully. The okayest job one can hope for. I will pick up meat. Not eat, but just grab. Right. And then we have not been in this particular implementation of this level of this save. I think we tried going down here last time and I died. Where that last save ended. Actually, no, it's not true because I ended up in that same kind of cafeteria area earlier. There's something in the toilet. There's a cat in the toilet and also this thing. So I will drop the meats. Doug. Oops. Up. Okay, there we go. So I'll grab that. And then cat. What is this? It is a necrolexicon. That's a little scary sounding. I will temporarily drop the bullets for this one. There's 330 of them. I have no idea what it does, and I'm too scared to find out. Right, so there is one tape that we've yet to find. Once we find it, we can get the heck out of Dodge. I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's like what beats the level. We haven't gone to the second floor, by the way. I don't know if we're gonna have to. I am curious. Also, we have a monster surge coming in hot pretty soon, so I gotta be careful. Gotta be on my best behaviors. I don't know if I necessarily want to be in the big scary room when the monster surge happens. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna need those extra bullets for the monster surge. I'm gonna need the big bullets. Let's prepare accordingly. Let's be smart about this. Let's treat this like a true survival horror, like surviving kind of situation. I'm gonna leave the meat there. I'm not sure. I will. Let's put this. Let's swap this key. Key we can come back for. Nothing like a good old-fashioned toilet key to make me feel comfortable and confident. Q for the toilet, very accurate and appropriate. 24. The melee will be good, but the bullets here. Let's yak those bullets. Shit. Kid. Grab bullet. All right. 32 bullets. That's pretty good. We'll still need to reload manually, obviously. I want to just hold up here. Maybe. Maybe. This might be as good of a place. I don't know if they can spawn behind me or what. I don't know if that's how that works. But, I'll be ready. I'll assume they can... I could probably spawn in, but let's be real. So I'll start in the hallway and then work my way back accordingly. Actually, how's about this? When it pops, and it's gonna pop, I'm gonna see if they spawn in that door right there. Begins. Anybody spawning in here? No. And it does go down on its own. So presumably, I'll see them coming. What if they all spawn in from that one spawner that I blocked off? Which would just probably just slow them. It wouldn't, like, stop them, obviously. It'd be cool if they, you know, didn't manage to reach me, but I'm not sure I'm gonna hold my breath. Oh. Here they come. Oops. All right. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Oh, okay. Spoke too soon. I think the reason it felt extra bad last time is because there were so many of them that were already on the level. So it spawned new ones, yes, but I just happened to, at this exact same time, walk into an area where there were already a bunch of bad guys. So I think I, like, unknowingly, just by complete happenstance, made it worse for myself. By complete stupid coincidence. Because, yeah, that wasn't nearly as bad. And again, this is, of course, normal mode. I'm sure in the harder modes, it gets quite sillier. Go back and grab the resources I left, specifically the key. Cat key. Oh, whoops. Swamp, blue, bull, buell. So give me the blue key. Yeah, I have no idea what the necrolexicon thing maybe does. If I find one of those stations, I'll pop it into the station and see if it'll tell me specifically what it does. I will take the one meat. I did take the one hit there. Quick eat. Yeah, I did see goons was on there, which was fun. Alright, so let's go all the way back to the receptionist area. I think that's basically gonna be the last one. Can I stop by the TV room while we're there? The blood. Oh, it's just them despawning. Okay. Yes, I will stop by the TV room real quick just to deposit this one, just because it does take up space in the inventory. The TV room is right here. Here's the pho TV. I'm assuming that, yeah, once you get all 5 tapes, rather, that something cool happens. Forward, go left. Or sorry, go right, rather. And then we're going to the receptionist area. Once again. Be nice and familiar to us. Playing some Roblox. Is it a resurgence? I don't know if it ever truly went away, to be honest. It probably lost, you know, a little bit of the market share whenever there's like a really big Fortnite update or something like that. And of course other games are always coming out and challenging the status quo. So it's always interesting other things to check out, but yeah, it does seem like Roblox never, you know, truly loses its market share. There's always more where that came from. Right, so actually I could go backwards. I will jibe backwards. I've actually never played Roblox. I've never played the game, and it seems like the kind of game that I think if I would have played it when I was younger, I would have really enjoyed it. I feel like I kind of missed the boat back then. I mean, it's not like I couldn't play it now, but I don't find it as appealing necessarily as just for what it is for the time being. But as a kid, I would have popped off with it. Same with like Minecraft. I think I would, if I was younger when Minecraft would have dropped, or Fortnite for that matter, I would have very much gone in on those games. I think. New character just dropped, by the way. A new weird word. Yeah, never seen that guy before. New feller just dropped. I think he might have hit me maybe once. I'm still at excellent health though, which is good. There's a spawner, by the way. I will not pry that barricade. That is staying right where it needs to be. Staying right put. Oh boy. Stiffish? There we go. So I took a little bit of a hit there. So yeah, just a little bit of a hit. Not too bad, though. Clap. Please clap. Calp. Good job. I killed the shit out of that guy. Made me feel very accomplished and very big penised. Go up. Anything down? I was thinking there'd be something sneaky hidden over here. Ooh, the last tape. I'm glad I looked. Glad I looked. Final tape has been procured, my friends. So the only real question is what's on the second floor, if anything. I want to go there before I deposit the last tape. Maybe. Do a quick eat. I will not let that thing spawn any bad guys in front of me if I can help it. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so let's go back this way. Back in the y'all room. Pelican's little brother's been playing it too, yeah. Yeah, these things kind of come and go in waves. I figure like that's just kind of how it usually goes for most folks. In most situations. Most situations. Really curious about that elevator. What could it possibly entail? Take the Defogger's elevator. Defoggers, it's very poggers. Oh, never mind. No oh wait, well, bib. Help and tips. Yeah, so never mind. I was all excited. I was all excited for the elevator, but no dice. Well, that's a dead end. All right, let's go ahead and turn this thing in. There's like one room I haven't checked yet. Never mind. Nope, we've checked every room. We've checked the whole damn thing. Oh, in the hurt room. Oh, never mind. Oh yes, well, this is the hurt room. We're hurting this guy right here with the gosh Java. Spelling is getting progressively worse. Oh, hello, Grig. I'm old Grig. My spelling is getting, my spelling and typing rather. My general penmanship, penismanship is getting a lot worse. That's like a sign that I'm nearing the end of my nearing the end of the night. It's also past 2 a.m. So I'm gonna see if we can wrap up this run. Now, if I had to guess, I'm sure something fucked up happens when you type in or when you punch in the last. Sorry, I was trying to grab something. The last tape. I'm sure something weird happens. Like there's some kind of final boss surge you have to defend from. Also, all the blood on the floor. I appreciate that the blood on the floor sticks around. That makes me happy. Nice, simple little detail. I'm gonna guess that when you use a film reel to save, it is only a one-time use thing. Should I try to reuse one of the other ones? I think I already know the answer. I think it's a one-time use. I think it's probably a one-time use thing. So there it is. Yeah, 2 late night streams in a row. That's correct. Yeah, I don't usually go quite this late, but of course it's we kind of started a little bit late too, which was at least part of it. Ouch. Grab elevator. Oh, here we go. Did that actually damage me? I think it did. I think it actually did damage me. Oh, it's an infinite spawning situation, so I gotta get back to the elevator. Oops. Oh god. Take a buzzy slip. Bussy slip. I did take a bit of a hit there, which I would have rather not have taken. Guts. We already know where we're going. I'll have to check my map a couple times probably, but I'm feeling pretty confident. Gonna avoid that fight. We do have a gun. Oops. Bye, that's what we're doing. We're saying bye. Into the defogger's room. The defoggers for the depoggers. We're going to the cog. Insert. Okay. Fix. Uh-oh. Oh. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. Oh. Escape the nightmare. I wasn't paying attention to the letter. I thought it was just the timing, but there we go. There we go. We got there, man. We got there. Playing it with a kid. Yeah, that makes plenty of sense, too. Like, if you have, like, a family member you want to play with, that makes plenty of sense. Get points for injuries sustained by jumping off cliffs. Oh, was it one of those where it was like a game within a game? Like one of the custom game modes? As I know Minecraft does a bunch of that kind of stuff in multiplayer, where yeah, of course there's the standard game mode, but then there's all like the custom scripted custom game modes that people have made for Minecraft over years. I'm sure Roblox has all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah. No, it was I'm sure they learned plenty of lessons from getting to play that with you, Shocklight. I'm sure there were appropriate life lessons to be gleaned. So Corpus Studios took us a little bit over an hour, obviously, and it measures your words per minute. I mean, of course, the words are very small in complexity, so that's a very generous words per minute given the circumstances. And I like how it tracks your combos, and I'm guessing that you probably like get a higher score with the higher combos. I don't know if it affects your gameplay, like if you do more damage. Seems like when you swing your weapon, you're doing a line's worth of damage pretty much regardless. But maybe like different weapons work differently. So if you had like the shotgun, for instance, you probably only have to shoot one of those zombie guys once to drop them. Of course, you find a lot less ammo for it, but still, that sounds pretty sweet. We found heavy ammo types, but the heaviest thing we found was the SMG. The SMG probably is just standard ammo rounds, if I had to guess. But yeah, that was cool. That was cool. So this is that, or rather, that was the first out of currently 5 scenarios in this game. Supper of the Dead. Yeah, that was the Corpus Studios. Supper of the Dead, the Slap Pit, Cryonic Zone, and the Scarlet Carpet. And maybe there will be more. Hard to say. But again, the multiplayer aspect of this game does seem like it would be really cool. I bet it'd be pretty chaotic, but I would definitely be down to try it out. So I don't know if anybody happens to have this game, any of our viewers or any of our community members happen to have this game. I know Arctic does, one of our mods, so I might at some point see if he'd be down to jump in for one of these in the future. But this was really cool. This is, once again, Blood Typers. Really unique spin on a co-op survival horror game, and even playing in single player as a survival horror game. It's pretty slick. There's obviously little blips of references or influences from games like Dead by Daylight, even the way that, you know, the co-op functions and perks all work together in the way that monsters are spawning. Obviously the monsters are AI controlled, but still I can see some common threads with some of the more contemporary kinds of games. But yeah, the survival horror aspect and some also kind of old school inspired tidbits make this a really cool experience. I really enjoyed this. And yeah, shout outs to Keymailer hooking us up with a review key for this one. This was really cool. This was really cool. So I'm glad we got to try this out. But it is late. It is late. It's kind of a shame that I was only able to do kind of a half session, like a half stream, I guess, of 2 games tonight. I'm glad I did get to play them both. They were both very enjoyable. But yeah, it does mean that both games got like a slightly smaller bit of exposure than they would normally. Because usually if I'm playing a game on stream, I do a more or less like a full session, usually somewhere between 2 to 4 hours. So both two kind of mini truncated sessions. The main reason for that was because, like I said earlier at the start of the stream, between being sick last week and having also that bit of a snafu that had happened with our the construction work we're having done in the basement in front of the electric panel, that's next to where my desk usually goes. It meant my desk area was basically, unavailable for a while. And it was only the general timeline on how long it was going to be was only really revealed to us by the end of the second day, basically. So, you lost kind of 2 extra days from the stream schedule after already having lost a couple of others from being sick earlier in the week. Meant that some things got pushed back. So since we had some deadlines, maybe not deadlines, it's not really the right word here, but the end dates for the campaigns for these games were coming up. I want to make sure to bang them out maybe not bang them out quickly, but make sure to complete them in time so we'd be able to just jump into to other stuff next week. I usually try to not overload myself and take on too much on a single week when it comes to review keys, that kind of thing, just because you never know what happens. There's always, it's easy for a computer problem to come up, or you might get sick for a couple days. There's always something that can happen. So I try to give myself some room to breathe in my schedule, but sometimes a bunch of stuff happens all at once. This is one such case, but even still, I'm glad I got to check them both out. Would definitely like to play more of both games. Rogue Loops was great. Really enjoyed that one. I'm always a sucker for a great roguelike, and that one's a really fun one with enough depth that, for me at least, there's more I want to chew on for sure. So there's more that would keep me coming back. And then this game was fun. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'd be as down to play in single player. I think single player is cool, but for a game like this, I think it really, really sings in multiplayer. So I think if I were to stream this again or play it offline, I would want to do it in multiplayer. So if nothing else, I might seek out other folks who'd be down to check this out. But so that was Blood Typers. It is late. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. It is after 2 a.m. Like I also said, 2 late night streams in a row. Since I didn't stream a lot this week, we streamed, I guess it was Tuesday, Wednesday, and that was it. No Monday, Tuesday, or no Monday stream, and no Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. No, we did stream Saturday. So yeah, no Thursday, Friday, no Monday. So a bit of a weird week schedule wise. But had a nice time. Had a really nice time.